Okay. Oh, man.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Express and the Cleveland Browns. The Express entered this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance, and defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis and Brandon Guyton. And Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Let's go! They'll run it now out of the gun to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body boys guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that. They're going to look to throw. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Michael Vick keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They begin with a run by Corral. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Here we go now.
Kessler looks to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go now.
Throwing is Kessler on third down. Inside complete. It's Higgins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Kessler. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Kessler now to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I remember when I was a kid and all.
What the hell?
And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
So those were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And Sanders now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you? And
touchdown! Josh Gordon, 60 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase
long touchdown pass into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They were playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And it is now 21-0. Of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know it's coaches.
And Crowell lost the football. It's going the other way. And it's a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And he's able to put it through. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell in the offense, trot back out there. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
The conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Hey, here we go now.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now Sanders. Escapes the defender. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So 2 quarters. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. Typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They run their toes on that one. They weren't back on the
rush coming, and he's taken down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken at the 46. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Still fighting for more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there, 28 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, partner, comes another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Throwing is Kessler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example of that.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a handoff to Corral. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long. It's Kessler. Throw left side, caught by the tight end in Njoku. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, In the 2000.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
And they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, here's Kessler. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And now it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. Punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
I really wish it let you select what settings you want, just based off of how many points you got by the 70s.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down at the 17-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw is Kessler. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
So
and
the
they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun.
And
he'll be brought down right at the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt.
Right, 1 down, 31 to go.
Nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defense.
There we go. What to do, what to do. Whoops. Alright, that's cool. Now we got him covering the slot guy instead of that Davis dude. You gotta be so close to a 95 overall. Like, I don't get hung on 95 overall yet. It's probably still the whole damn kicker thing, but still, geez Louise. Maybe if I get the 95 tight end.
Coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Express and the New York Giants. The Express come into this challenge game knowing that they're in for a dogfight. And you can bet the coaching staff will be preaching all the buzzwords: intensity, effort, execution. They'll need them all and more if they want to get out of here with a W. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And hello again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
They'll look to throw here. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good. And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed. The New York set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around? You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though. The Giants on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Manning, gotta have this this one. Now in desperation. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Barry Church. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Sanders shaking it back. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Well, partner, I know that you and I were raised that in this situation, just take a knee. You got the game pretty much solved away. But instead of that, they're throwing. Another touchdown.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this post-game handshake.
Maybe a conservative run up the middle, but to pass the ball and then score, yeah, some awkward handshakes coming up.
Yeah, this could be one of those. Yeah, nice game, buddy.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean...
Everybody out there? Anybody? Anybody? Just taking a quick coffee break here, and I'll be right back if anybody is out there. Needed some go juice. So you can probably hear my coffee being made. Could be nice and meet the mic, I guess.
coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Express and the Indianapolis Colts. The Express come into this one knowing defense is going to play a big role, and much of that is going to come down to being opportunistic and dictating the tempo of the game. If they can do those two things at home, they'll have a very good chance to put this game in the win column.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
They go with a screen to Gore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. He's back to throw. And shedding through the tackle. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Look now to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They don't give it here to his running back. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
They got the touchdown, but a little risky, even though where they were to run the football in that situation on the final play.
If they give it up somehow, if turnover is created and they take it back the other way, instead of a comfortable victory that they've got now, they've got a lot of explaining to do about why they tried to run the ball in that situation instead of just taking a knee and icing it.
But thankfully for them, they won't have to do any explaining. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a pre.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Houston Texans and the Redwoods. The Redwoods come into this one knowing they're going to need to put forth an inspired effort right from the start, because if they fall behind early on the road,
And the offense readies for a first down and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Always able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Personal foul.
Holy shit, I haven't seen a face mask penalty for forever on this.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. They'll drop the throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got to do.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mike Singletary in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Savage. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Are you kidding me?
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Now it's Savage. He's got his man on the crossing route. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 10 seconds to go. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Green 39.
One last throw here for Savage. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church.
Oh.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
He's going to store it from the pile. He gone.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
Alright. Anybody out there? Anybody watching? Anybody ready for the draft tomorrow?
Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Redwoods. The Redwoods interplay here tonight knowing they've got a tough one in store for them on the road in a difficult environment. So the big focus is going to be avoiding turnovers and maybe forcing one or two of their own. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches. Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit. Meat on meat. Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there. Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And they're definitely showing blitz here. To throw on second is Simmons. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Terrell Suggs in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player. And they're a big TFL tackle for loss. Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It's fielded at the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go with a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Let's go. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say. Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of it.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Julio Jones, a 14-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Not sure why they have you playing 4 games.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Charles and I back to Denver after this. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, Anderson looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Josh Gordon, 59 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to...
In trouble, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Simeon, and this one complete to Virgil Green. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. On first down, Simeon. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10, Simeon again.
Damn.
Wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing third and long. Charles getting the handoff from Simeon. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 36. Touchdown! A great play there. 64 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So the Broncos coming out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ndamukong Suh. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Anderson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, 4 on the ground.
Guess what?
And he'll take it into the end
So
zone
he comes
for a
out for
touchdown.
1 play.
LaDainian Tomlinson, 28 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. On 1st and 10, Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Simeon now to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They even double teamed him. It didn't matter.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Simeon. And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Plays out. And
they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. One last throw here for Simeon. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
Perfect timing. Look at that. There we go. Help me with my 95 overall team fund, please. Got a showdown cooking here. Look at this. This normally doesn't happen to my cards. Usually people get them for super cheap. Hopefully this happens with that Julio too. Like 16.25 is a lot of help. All right, so 35 minutes left on the Julio card. There we go. Okay. So we don't have to play another full game until there. Nice. Good. Let's get to going. Let's get going. Really like to get to 95 overall tonight, but I don't know. I think a 95 overall right or left end or a middle linebacker would maybe put me over the edge from 94 to 95. I gotta be so damn close. Who knows though, maybe this draft stuff tomorrow will help me get over 95.
On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Redwoods. The Redwoods come into this one knowing they've got a fight on their hands. This could be one of those war of attrition types of games. So winning the field position battle and the turnover battle are going to be two big keys to seeing who gets out of here with the victory. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Dancing to his left. Got some real estate inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
And
he's
just
into
caught.
the end zone
Touchdown.
for the receiving touchdown. Josh Gordon in the final minute. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. And New York set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit, get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now McCown, gotta have this one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed. Things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran.
Anybody watching? Anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Anybody gonna watch the draft tomorrow? Or today, I guess now. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm stoked. I love the draft. Excuse me. Let's go look real quick. I didn't see a time on them, be honest with you here. It just says a look at the recent first round history. The NFL franchises finished the sequence to win coins. And then when you come in here, there's really no time on these either as far as, you know, these just say enjoy the 2018 NFL draft by playing these solos and then keep an eye out during the first round. I know there's going to be other solos and stuff they're doing during the draft, but I don't think these 32 are going to have any type of time frame on them. I think these are going to be kind of like these type of challenges where they're just there until you get them done and then they move over here. I'm just antsy and want to get them all done now for some reason. My goal tonight is to try to get like 16 of them done. And then I might do a mutt draft tonight. And just draft the team at least. Or I'll do the draft tomorrow after the first round's over. I think the extra challenges are just during the draft. I would be willing to bet. But I could be wrong there because the draft also goes through like Saturday and Sunday too. Because I know like they're only doing, it's kind of weird. I don't think they're doing any type of draft stuff on Friday if I looked at it right. They're doing the first round on Thursday and then the rest of the draft on Saturday and Sunday, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird. I don't know about skipping a day, but that's what happens, I guess, when the draft is in Texas. They're like, nah, dude, you're going to skip a day, and we're doing the rest of this on the weekend. Like, you don't understand how much goddamn money we're gonna make. After this challenge, I gotta go check that Julio card in the auction and see if anybody's bid on it yet. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I'd be willing to bet these 32 are gonna last forever, but those bonus ones, I don't know. It's hard to say. You might want to look on like what the hell is it called, like mutthead.com or something. They might have somebody that asked that question already in one of their forums things. I look on there from time to time.
And this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Express and the Tampa Bay
Oh, there's a
Buccaneers.
Husker.
The
I like it.
Express enter this
Too
one
bad he's on the
knowing
wrong
that this
team
game could
here.
very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance. And defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have
Get
to
a throw
Yeah,
away.
they
He's
really
taken
took.
down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw.
Shit. I got the wrong time.
And this is going to
I
be
thought he was still engaged
incomplete.
and was trying to get
What
away
a
from
great
him.
sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Nice.
They had to go
That's
through
awesome,
with
dude.
such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she
Like I said,
wrote
I'm
for
hoping to
this
get to
one.
95
And
either
he'll have a
tonight or
tough time
tomorrow
living that
after
one
all this
down. It's
draft
one thing,
stuff.
Charles,
I
to
don't
drop
know.
a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those
I
key
play too
downs.
much
I've
Roy
seen
McIlroy golf.
you and I
Probably
both in the
could be
practices where we've seen, hey,
a
third down
95 or
situation,
maybe
big third down alert,
maybe a
lock in
96
here.
if I don't
Fourth
play so
down
much
play.
damn
Make sure
golf.
you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that
It's a sickness,
situation.
Now a handoff looking right. And oh, he spins past him and into space.
Hey.
And he's across for the touchdown.
Good Lord.
And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Who do you have for quarterback, dude?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this
Yeah, I
is where,
know.
in this situation for me,
They're
you just
still
go ahead
damn
and run out the
expensive,
clock, shake
too.
hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now,
And that's why
you're not gonna make up for
got
what's
the
happened
94
during the game
overall
this
punter
last
when I
season.
had the opportunity here recently during those
And Bryant the tight ends
Ah,
get.
this position
Now,
hero
before the
2
second
thing
down
they
play, we'll
did.
get whistles and a timeout. As the clock will stop with
Normally
an
I
even
would be like,
20
no, I'm not going to
seconds
take a
left to
special
go.
teams guy in this situation, but I have an 87 overall Tom Brady as my punter. So when I had the opportunity to take a 94 overall,
And that is
I took it.
incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Mike Evans,
So
the
I've
one he
been
was looking
thinking
for. And it's
I
third
either need to
down.
make a
They
decision
tried to
about
make
a
something happen,
better
but
kicker
that one came up incomplete.
really
It really
save
wasn't
up.
a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a
Like I
little
said, I'm kind of
ill-advised.
curious
Yeah, I
who
would
I'm
say
gonna,
so.
and
I
oh,
think-
got
And
it,
this is
who I'm gonna
intercepted.
get for
And
these
that should do it.
draft
It's
things
Desmond
coming up.
Trufant. He will not go down. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Nice, nice. That's a good combo. Why not?
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Yeah, I think we can see why James Winston doesn't play defense. Huh? Well, Trufant pretty much just gave him the old loop there.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point.
I seen one of the dudes like you
He's
can
been a
get
busy man,
after the
5
end of
for
this
5 now
challenge
as he
is if
knocks
you
another
finish
one
all the
through
stuff. I
to
don't even know
extend
what
the
it's going to
lead.
entail because like, you really could even look. I tried to look and it didn't have anything. It's just blank. But they have 399 overall dudes. It's like an Andrew Luck. Who's the other guy? Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. Nice. I was going to try to get all that Julio Jones after I got the position hero guy because I had the
So they'll get another shot
playoff
on
one,
offense following that pick six.
but I
And
just
now the kick
decided
is
to say
away.
forget about it. There's no way. I
On
don't
the
have enough
return,
time
this
to
is
save up
Jacquizz
for things.
Rodgers.
It's going to cost to get like
Fights
the team
through.
of the year and all the damn elites. I don't get to play this game enough, so I was like, you know what? Just need to not
And we're
worry
hitting
about
the
it.
end of this one, and it looks to
I'm
probably
going to
be
sell
the
the
final
95
play.
Julio playoff card and put that towards the kicker probably since, like I said, I'm hoping maybe, I don't know what position they're going to put Julio Mack at, though. I'm curious. Holy crap. Oh,
Picked off by Barry Church.
I'd really appreciate if they put Julio Mack as a left end.
Because of all the points you
As a
were making
99
on this
overall
score,
left
your
end would do
defensive
really well
guy,
on my
but
team
there was
because
a
right now I
follow
have
track
Melvin
meeting.
Ingram's
It was.
91
You know, the people
overall.
who really enjoyed this game,
So
they're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball park.
I recently upgraded my fullback. I had a boss battle Janovitz in there for the time being, and then I was able to get that 49ers position hero guy. Speaking of Julio, that's crazy. I got 16,250 for that Vontae Davis, and I can't seem to get anybody to bid on this right now. But I suppose a lot of people probably got it early on. Like I said, I don't have anything too fancy or glorious, but I got enough to get me to a 94, so I just literally got this earlier tonight because I sold that Vontae Davis, or I was going to sell it once I found somebody to put in there, and I think I got that for 83 or 80. No, it was 85,000. So I was like, you know what, do it. It's 95 overall, and with my chemistries, it went up to a 96. So, like I said, that's the punter that I've recently got. And like I said, this is the Julio I got earlier for that position hero crap. So I was like, well, I really don't need the 95 overall that when this one turns into a 95, and it's got all those chemistries there. I need to figure out how I'm going to get a different quarterback here pretty soon. I need to get the Ultimate Legend Vic somehow. Right now I've been focusing on, well, here I can show you here. I've been trying to focus on the pound the rock and go deep pretty much for offense, and then physical front and toughness for defense as my kind of my main two. And I thought, it's just, I don't know, I thought about trying to go after a third somehow, but it was just getting to be, like I said, I don't play it enough to really do it that crazy. So, but yeah, I figure I'm just gonna try to get those up to the tier 5 crap or whatever. Eventually I'll get rid of this boss battle stuff here once I find replacements for them too. And then I got this damn thing, it's not auctionable and tradable, so, but eventually it'll go, because once again it doesn't have the chemistries I use, and that dude will go just one card at a time pretty much. Right? Yeah, I thought about it, but once especially once they moved these chemistries up to 5, and one of those things, I was like, gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So I just stuck with the 2. Especially I got these jerseys recently unlocked. I got the level 50 crap done so I could get the time 2 jerseys. It just so happened that it was for my chemistry, so I was like, well, that works, because that was a go deep and that was for that physical front. So I was like, well, I'll use those. Like I said, I got these early on when I really didn't understand what was even happening. I wish I wouldn't have, but too late now. And like I said, I've just been comfortable with this offense for so long. And the defense, I changed it up, well, I don't know, maybe a month ago to this alternate, because I wanted to have the 3-4 for sure. Because I really love the 3-4 blitzes, the blitzes that they have out of that normal package. So, but yeah, he needs to probably go, because that's probably what's holding me down. Because everybody else is at least up to a 91, and really that's just him. Even on offense now, I got him up to a 95. Everybody else is up high enough. It's got to be that kicker that's holding me back. Which sucks because, like I said, that kicker was... I got that kicker in a pack. Just out of pure luck. So... But if I sell Julio, I can probably afford a decent kicker that's high enough. Damn it. I even put that thing 10,000 lower than the next bid that didn't end for like another 6 hours, dude. Yeah, I know. It's I have to finally admit it, my kicker is holding me back. If I could get somebody to buy this Julio card, he wouldn't be holding me back much longer. That put me just shy of, what, like 180,000 coins, give or take. I almost one time got the damn, I think it's like a 91 overall Justin Tucker, and now I really wish I would have just pulled the trigger that night and got it, but I didn't. Yeah, see, I know, I did that the other night, right? I can't even remember what card it was, but, I put my bid, I don't want to say super low, but I bet I think I put it about 25,000 lower, than what the card literally had just sold for. I sat and watched the market for a couple minutes, and there was a couple that had like 20 seconds remaining, and they sold for, it was like 120,000. So I started mine I started mine at 99, right? I got one bid at 99 and it sold. And I was like, that's cool and all because it was, I didn't really need a lot of coins at the time, but I watched the market again. Like 5 minutes later, another card had ended, and these idiots started bidding on it like crazy. Like it was just hotcakes, going out of style. And I was like, what was wrong with my card? I even upped the contracts to 25 usually before I put cards on them, or I like to make sure they have at least 25 contracts on them for people because I'm nice like that, I guess. But I don't know. The marketplace on the PlayStation 4 is super screwy some nights. I don't know. I wish they would put a thing. I don't know if you've ever played the baseball game, MLB The Show. They have a thing where a person can put a high that they're willing to pay, like, hey, I'm willing to pay this for this card, and then they have one for the seller that says, hey, I'm willing to sell this for this amount. And it's the same generalized idea. If somebody puts a card up for 500 and you're willing to sell it for 499, you put it up for 499. And then as a buyer, if somebody has one, or somebody is willing to pay 1,500 for one, and you're willing to pay 1,525, you put it up there. And it's, I don't know, it works. I think that works really good as far as the auction marketplace goes, because it keeps the marketplace a little more reasonable. Sometimes I don't think people understand how a marketplace is kind of supposed to work roughly, and things get a little out of control. Now let's go see what's going down here in the kicker world. It's been a while. Gotta look at it just because. Nice. So you're telling me pretty much that's the best kicker on this game right now, huh? That's pretty insane. Holy shit. What's the deal with that? Is that like super duper rare? Good lord. Hold on a second while I pick my fucking jaw up from the ground and put it back into my mouth after just seeing that. Man, I hope that's just like somebody that, once again... Yeah? This dude has a lot of 94 overall versions here. He's got this one and this one. That's kind of weird. Think they'd at least make it a 95 or something a little different, but whatever. I like that just because it's a cool looking card, but I'll never be able to have that one. That's the one I almost got one time. And I probably should have just got it back then because it was only like at the time like 110,000. I see. Bo Jackson. Oh, that looks so screwy. I don't even know if I could do that, even if it would be a good plan for your teams, because it'd be so screwed up. It'd be awesome to run fake kicks, man, but it would look so messed up. It'd almost be like, yeah, they're gonna fake kick it. It's Bo Jackson. Well, that's alright though. At least we have a number to look now. Probably between 110 to 130. We should be able to get a 90 overall kicker, and maybe that'll be just what we need to get to a 95 overall. But that will entail selling Mr. Julio right now. And it's not looking good so far, but in the 5-minute window is when it sometimes happens too. People tend to wait. At least if you're smart, you kind of wait, because there's no point in getting into a bidding war too early and driving the price up right away. If you're going to do it, wait till the end. I still think it's funny though that people wait until like 3 seconds or 2 seconds left, even though the clock resets at 20 seconds, like they're gonna pull some quick one over somebody. It's like, dude, after 20 seconds, is that if you want it that bad, just keep bidding so people know. Don't try to be mysterious and wait till 2 seconds left because the clock's gonna reset to 20 anyway. So, but it's still humorous to watch people. It's like you just know they're gonna wait until 3 seconds and they're gonna bid. And you're like, yep, here we go. We're gonna go down to 3 seconds every time. Yeah, that used to work back in the day. I can't remember what game that was that had an auction pace online and I used to miss out and I'd be so pissed because my internet sucked and I would lose out on so much shit because I'd like bid with 7 to 10 seconds left, and then somebody would bid with like 2 or 3 seconds, and I'd try so hard to press the button and it wouldn't go, and I'm like, no, this is all because my internet sucks. Come on, somebody buy my Julio. I need a new kicker. Please, please, please. I could even possibly afford one of those better ones if I could get this Julio to get in a little bit of a bidding war. If nobody buys it, I could trade him for a kicker. I don't know. That just doesn't feel right. I feel like I could get, like, this Julio's worth more than a goddamn kicker, for God's sakes. It's like you barely ever use the damn kickers. I sure would use a Julio a lot more than I'm going to use a kicker. Not that a kicker isn't a valuable asset, but shit, man. 95 overall Julio. We'll see. We'll give it to 3 minutes, and if somebody don't do it, maybe we'll see if somebody will trade for it. The only problem I have with trading is it takes people forever to reply. What the hell? I pushed the wrong one. Trade block. That would be helpful. Just out of curiosity, let's go look just real quick here. There's 2. Oh, I know it. Don't I know that? I was a kicker actually when I played football back in the day. Played a lot more kicker than I did any wide receiver or running back, but I sure had to learn all the shit for wide receiver and running back. But that was okay, because you just never know. But I was a hell of a lot better in baseball than I ever was in football. I just liked football better to watch as far as the strategy behind it. But I played catcher in baseball, and that was like being a quarterback, because you're literally involved in everything. There's nothing that you're not involved in, at least if you're a good catcher, in my opinion. Well, let's see here. 45 seconds. My favorite NFL team, actually, that's a really hard question for me to answer, because it used to be, growing up, it was always the Colts. And don't ask me why. And then they drafted Peyton Manning, and being a huge Husker fan, after watching him play us in his last game, I got a lot of respect for the dude when he came into our locker room and congratulated our coach. It was just, I don't know, it was abnormal. So when they drafted him, I was so stoked, until the day they just decided to not want him or need him anymore. So then out of spite, Oh, it closed. Out of spite, I became a Broncos fan, and then they drafted Janovich from the Huskers. So it was kind of like, yeah, this can work, except I didn't think much about the fact that, Peyton Manning's going to retire, and then he did. So now I just kind of follow around my Husker players and just kind of root for them. I can tell you one team I won't root for, even if they have a Husker. I'll root for the Husker player to do well, but I won't root for his team to win, and that's the Patriots. And it's not because they win a lot now. I've actually never really cared for them. When Drew Bledsoe was there, I really disliked him at that point. And, yeah. So, I'm not like a bandwagon hater. I've hated him before Brady. Alright, well, here's what we're going to go do. We're going to go see if we can maybe get somebody to trade us that kicker. Because I really doubt somebody's going to give us 96, 97, right? Considering that card's going for like $3 million. Do I try to see if this dude will trade me this card for that Julio just off of like dumb luck? Because that dude's got a 96 kick power, dude. I don't know. I don't hate Dallas. I actually, when I was growing up as a kid, was when they had Aikman, Emmett, and Michael Irvin, and Alvin Harper, and all those dudes. And I had an uncle who kind of liked the Cowboys, so like I heard a lot of stories about like Ed Too Tall Jones and guys like that were, really good. Tony Dorsett. I think I'm just gonna like give it a shot and see what they do. I mean, it can't hurt, right? The worst they can do is say no. I don't know. Because I think this dude wanted a Rams player, didn't he? Yeah, see, he wants somebody from the Rams. That's kind of strange, but and this guy doesn't have like any extra chemistry just because, and those can pay off too. So I don't know what to do here. What's his? See, he's more accurate, but I'm more worried about power than accuracy on my end because I feel pretty confident about my accuracy. So I think what we're gonna do here is just off a whim, just because, like I said, they could just as easily tell me no. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. How cool would it be if you could play the two dudes and I could play this Julio and this Julio? I would trade Brandon Cooks before I would get rid of this Julio just because, but what are you going to do, right? Well, let's see what happens, shall we? Like I said, part of me says they're going to tell me to piss off, but that's okay. They can do that. They can do that. Shit, I need to get something to drink. I just realized I don't have anything to drink. I'll be right back. Alright. Went to go reach for my Coca-Cola and I turned around and my Coca-Cola was gone because, well, I took it out to the sinker. I do too. That would be super duper helpful.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. I'm Larry Ridley as we get set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Express and the Chicago Bears. The Express come into this one with the home crowd behind them, and that's important in a challenge game like this because you need every last bit of help you can get. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Let's go!
And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs.
Lead the way, fellas.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. That is going to be a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they try the right side here. There he goes inside the 30. The 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome.
Trying to get my own after
Cream
still
on
had the
top to their
celebration
end.
button. We jump button.
That's a little lame. Yeah, a little extra.
At least they were running the ball on the final play instead of trying to throw it to rub it in, but they still got in the end zone. I kind of blame that, though, defensively. They were just kind of not even willing to stop it.
Yeah, they had an opportunity.
Down by
I think
4
they looked at
points.
the
It's like
scoreboard and said,
47
it doesn't
seconds
matter
left.
either way, and that probably affected them on that play, and they ended up giving up one more score.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Alright, I'm at least going to play up to the Cardinals one for sure. It's about 1:30 a.m. And hopefully I wake up in the morning and whoever the owner of that Sebastian Janikowski card is goes, yeah, I think I would like Julio Jones as like my slot receiver. That would be an awesome thing to have. I should probably trade this dude, this Julio Jones he wants to give me for this Janikowski card. But if not, like I said, I'll try to maybe sell it one more time.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden
Maybe try to
Ultimate
trade
Team.
it for just a
Coming up, we've
95
got a
overall
good
and
one
94
in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Redwoods. The Redwoods come into this challenge game knowing that for them, it all starts and ends on the defensive side of the ball. They say defense travels well, so they can apply some pressure, maybe create a turnover or two. They could be in good position to steal this one on the road.
Because I already have, I do have a Julio Jones. It's just the 94 overall position hero one. That one right there. And I have him, he is a 95 overall with my chemistries, and he has a ×2 for pound or go deep, and he has a pound the rock chemistry, so it was like,
Understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that
he does actually, the 95 playoff goes up. He's the only one, though, when I put this Julio in, he causes Barry Sanders to go to a 96 also. It's weird. It's all fucking goofballed up, you know, 1 minute, one dude. Like, I had, at one time, I didn't even change my lineup. I went to bed one night, and Ndamukong Suh was a 97 overall. I even have pictures of it. And I woke up the next morning without changing anything in my lineup, and the dude was only a 96 overall. And I have never gotten him back to a 97, and I have not done anything to my lineup because, like, it's just weird.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Hoyer. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Awesome. I really like that guy ever since he got involved.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. One more extra point attempt for good measure.
The score doesn't matter.
It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.
Keep pushing the wrong damn button. I can tell I'm getting tired. Pushing the wrong damn stuff. I need that 97 overall Vic right there. That's what I need. It's right that. That would be awesome. Well, I know what I'll be doing at 7 o'clock. Well, about 6:45 tomorrow. Have the draft on in the living room. Stream some Madden back here. That sounds like a good time.
Larry Ridley here in our Orlando studios, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Express and the Oakland Raiders. The Express come into this challenge game knowing that they're in for a dogfight. And you can bet the coaching staff will be preaching all the buzzwords: intensity, effort, execution. They'll need them all and more if they want to get out of here with a W. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
And high again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis.
Oh, he gets sacked by an extra lady.
He's taken
That's gotta be a
down.
bummer.
What a huge play at this point in the game. The former Raider great, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Back to throw. Carr. Over the middle.
Oh,
It's
he caught
Jared
it.
Cook.
But he dropped it.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Now Carr. Gotta have this one.
Nice.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Stork. Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they give the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
And now back out comes the offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top.
Next.
everyone. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Express and the Miami Dolphins. The Express are going to take the field here today, knowing that the emphasis in a challenge game like this is going to be getting off to a fast start. Because if you get out in front by 1 or 2 scores early at home, it'll be very difficult for your opponents to rally back. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Let's go!
And hello again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs, and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
He was unable to complete it there, and it's just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Let's go! 58!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and now he pulls it over. And showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw here. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got?
We got 4 yards deep in the end zone almost.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. Tannehill. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Was that a receiver?
I'm sure about that.
Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now it's Tannehill.
Whoops, daisy, that's the wrong team, sir.
Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading,
why'd you throw that to me?
and then the
I
ability
was
to
not
catch the
open.
football and take it in the opposite direction.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one.
Yeah, I
They'll go
think
down
that's
to a
Ricky
knee,
Williams
and
for
they'll
a split
start
second.
at the
That's not
25.
Ricky Williams. All the dreadlocks and stuff looks like Ricky Williams. Number 34.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill.
Fresh off 2 pick sixes.
And that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
It can be a 50-50 kind of deal.
Now a handoff here.
You can kick their ass or you can get your ass kicked.
Pushes way forward here for a good little gain.
Really, we're going to call timeout. We're down by 10, bro. That's 3
Pointlessly
seconds.
called
I
with
think
3
we're going to call
seconds to go in a
timeout.
game that's already been decided. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. And to give this time to the tailback. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close.
No, almost got the coins back up to 50,000 again. Whoop whoop.
Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Redwoods. The Redwoods come into this one knowing they've got a fight on their hands. This could be one of those war of attrition types of games. So winning the field position battle and the turnover battle are going to be two big keys to seeing who gets out of here with the victory. So let's send you up now to the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So now Dalton. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They run. It's Hill. He will have a first down here at about the 40. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, Hill. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Here we go with Hill. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can rock on that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.
Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Washington Redskins and the Redwoods. The Redwoods come into this one ready to roll, but they know it won't be easy, as across the field from them is a team that's equally ready. So we could be in store for some fireworks here tonight. With that, let's get up to FedEx Field. On the call, you're our Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this man. He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Cousins. Paul bringing it in. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Cousins to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Cousins. He'll leave it for Kelly complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Yep.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to push his way through. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down.
$50,000 again.
sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Redwoods. The Redwoods interplay here tonight knowing they've got a tough one in store for them on the road in a difficult environment. So the big focus is going to be avoiding turnovers and maybe forcing one or two of their own. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Lead on me.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche. But we know this. The ground's going to shake. Things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down after a good game. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Yeah, I know only one of them counts, but this one looks like it's going to lead to a victory. I know we're not supposed to count anyone out, but with that little bit of time left on the clock, it'd take almost a miracle for them to lose this one.
It would, and this is going to sound cliche. It's been such a great game. You just hate to see one side lose, but, hey, they earned it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won.
This is going to be my last challenge, but after this challenge I'm going to go do a quick 25 round draft because I have 5 tickets that I was lucky enough to see you could buy for like 250 coins, so I went ahead and just did it because if you win 4 games that's 10,000 coins, so why not? And I've only been able to do that twice where I've seen they're selling those 5 coins, or the 5 tickets for $250.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
So I'm going to do a little
Coming up,
draft.
we've got a good one in store between the Express and the Arizona Cardinals. The Express enter this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance. And defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. So let's get you up to the Steel City. standing by
7
in
or 8 of
Pittsburgh.
those
Here
solo
are Brandon
draft
Guyton
ones.
and Charles Davis.
And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive back.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the fourth quarters here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now it's Palmer. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing a whole 3-minute quarter game tonight. That'll be a good one to start tomorrow. And I'll do the rest of those. What I am gonna go do is one of these. I don't know if anybody's watching, but go right there. Oh, excuse me. wide receiver round right away, huh? What's up, dude? Just doing a little draft here real quick before I call tonight. I did 16 of those challenges here a little bit ago. About the new draft challenges. Of course, I just picked a strong safety, so you give me one of those. Damn it. You always give the Tom Brady. I'm going Dan Marino this time. I've already had Tom Brady like twice, so... Huh. Screw it. Go big red, that's what I say. You ready for the draft, man? You gonna watch it or anything? It's not the best draft I've ever had, but it's not horrible. Defense is stacked. Alright, that's that. That's about all I can do for tonight. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'm going to call it a night here. It's 2:30 in the morning, so it's time for bed. Alright, peace.